Raoul Bhavnani, Chief Communications Officer of Betterment, talks to host Doug Simon on PR's Top Pros Talk.
Raul, can you start by giving us a quick top line of Betterment's mission?
Absolutely. And Doug, thanks for having me on. This is really exciting to be back with you. So Betterment's mission is simple. It's to make people's lives better. And in doing that, we focus on people's financial lives and their futures. And we offer them a range of financial services and wealth management products to make their lives better. But
Yeah.
company was started with the idea in mind that traditional financial services and wealth management were not necessarily making people's lives better coming out of the great financial crisis when we were founded. And since then, we've stayed true to that mission.
And you've talked about bringing a human dimension to fintech, and those sort of seem like they might be opposite when you think about it. How do you go about bringing that human dimension?
Well, I think fintech sometimes gets a little bit of a bad rap as being, a small group of engineers sitting in a basement somewhere creating software. And yes, we have fabulous engineers, and no, they don't tend to sit in basements. But this is a very human-oriented company dealing with a very, very human set of issues, which is people's financial lives and their futures. And we have more than 500 people who work here, both in our New York headquarters and scattered around the United States. And a range of them directly interact with our customers on a day-to-day basis. We have folks in customer service. We have folks in client success who take our 401k product. We have CFPs on staff who advise our customers directly. And a range of other folks like that who directly interact with, our public and our customers day to day. And then beyond that, as I mentioned, we are real human beings here dealing with real human problems. So from our perspective, technology is just the vehicle by which we can offer things more efficiently, more quickly, and at a lower cost. But we are very much in the human relations business.
Yeah, and I just want to clarify that you're not anti-basement or garage. We know a number of very successful businesses who started there, maybe with a couple of engineers, wouldn't mind a piece of that
100%.
action early on. But
100%. Basements and startups and innovators are very much a part of our DNA here.
yeah, and your team's also leveraging AI. Obviously, that's a topic that's a part of almost everyone in the PR communications world, tech industries, et cetera. So how is your team leveraging AI, but still keeping that human factor that you value?
So we're very, very excited about the possibilities of AI, but what I would say is that we're using it with care. And I think that is probably true of a lot of industries out there that are really beginning to experiment with it and to bring it into operations. So first and foremost, we're using AI as a tool to increase our own efficiency. And that is by making a variety of functions internally that we have from marketing and some of our communications work on the one hand, all the way through certain kinds of product design and engineering, code writing, et cetera, where we can use AI tools to make us more efficient. AI is beginning to make an appearance in front of our customers, which is exciting. But this is to help them, again, primarily get the most out of their accounts that they can. So we have a range of tools that use AI algorithms to help people with the basics of use of our technology. But where we do not use AI, and we're quite specific about this, is in the rendering of the financial advice that our customers get. We use automation to help our customers stay on track with their goals and to do things like our automatic tax loss harvesting, as an example. But in terms of the rendering of financial advice, that still is best provided by humans.
One issue that's big, and I hear a lot of difference of the you got to be back in the office to be successful. Hey, things have been going pretty well while we worked remote. Why not give people the freedom? Where do you find yourself on the side of that discussion? And then we can get into how you're handling that and what you're doing about it.
So we very much have embraced the hybrid working arrangement here at Betterment. And we have a great group of folks who are remote workers, sitting in, I think, upwards of 30 states around the United States, working for us day in, day out. But we have a very large and vibrant in-office culture here in New York, which is where our headquarters office is. So our belief, and we really do feel strongly about this from a culture perspective, is that we are, again, as I mentioned, we're dealing with human issues, and we're dealing with innovation, and we're dealing with technology that moves at the speed of light. And our ability to collaborate and build solutions for our customers is helped by being able to convene in person and work in person as often as we can. So we have people in the office here in New York 3 to 4 days a week. We regularly host our employees who are in remote locations here in New York for conferences and on-sites and project meetings. But we also very much have found a good balance with doing our work on a hybrid basis as well, and optimizing our working spaces, our conference rooms, and our technology to allow us to be productive remotely as well as in the office.
Yeah, and I believe you've expanded offices, which is something that's a little counter to the trend to do that. And how have employees responded to that? Because some get set in their way, some it's super helpful for them and their families. They might coach their kids' team that they're involved with or be involved in that activities. Much easier to do if you're not commuting, especially in the New York area where a bunch of people have pretty long distance commutes.
We completely understand that, and we're also very focused on the balance between work and life here. We have found that our employees really love spending time in our offices. As you noted, we just moved to new offices just a few months ago. We took more space. We used to be on 2 floors. Now we're on 1 expanded single floor. So our ability to collaborate in person, the setup of the office that we actually have is exceptionally conducive to large-scale meetings, small-scale meetings, convenings, bringing in our customers, and folks that we're recruiting to join our team. So we feel that our employees, both our remote employees as well as our in-office employees, have really embraced what we have here in the office.
Do you have any, say, predictions or trends or advice for communicators that you see happening this year? Maybe some they might be thinking about, or others they're completely unaware.
I'm finding that communicators, both within a professional kind of peer-to-peer setting, reporters, and other folks that we deal with outside of our organization, are looking to get together in person more regularly. And I think that's a really, really great trend. There's no question that we all have embraced this hybrid work in many, many ways, and are able to do our work when we're not physically together. But I am definitely seeing that people are enjoying being back together again, breaking bread, spending time at conferences, getting on the road, seeing each other in real life, and having the kinds of interactions that only in real life can really bring. And craving that again, and finding great meaning and great effectiveness in doing that. So I think that it's both a recommendation but also a prediction that we will see more of that in 2025 and moving forward.
Yeah, and it's great to talk to you, I guess, IR two-dimensional life.